I saw, and I was playing Warframe, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna join Bear," or it's like you messaged something about Minecraft or something like that. Um, and so I was like, "Oh, I want to join," and then the mission I was in on Warframe took like so long, and then I had to eat dinner. Yeah, I ate way too much fried rice, and I am very sick. I just keep setting myself up for failure these streams. It's bad. Also, the stool I made with this desk is very creaky and it's upsetting me. Not gonna lie, I opened up the server map and I saw like you were super deep underground. I was like, oh, I don't like how my path to my house looks from an aerial view because it's like this striped pattern, but I don't really think there's a better way of doing it. Maybe if I used oak, it would probably look a lot better if I used oak actually. So but yeah, Bear, I now have a full enchanting table set with like level 30. So if you need an enchanting table, feel free to use it. You know what? Why am I just sitting here? Let's warm up already. You know what? We'll kick it off right now. I'm gonna be goofy and silly. I'm gonna hate timestamping this because I'm gonna forget that like it's 7 to 5. Anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:22 p.m. I'm being impatient and I just want to get warmed up now, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, not much to report. I ate way too much fried rice and clear soup, and I feel sick. And yeah, did you see the work I did to my place? I did not. Here, wait. Okay, guys, before we get started, I have to check out Bear's modifications to her base. Let's uh let's check this out. Furnace. There's a lot of furnaces. Is that for like? Oh wait, you terraformed all this. Wait, yeah, I've already been using it. Dude, wait. Oh, and you've like, oh my gosh, how did you just? Did you? Is this TNT? Or are you just that crazy with it? Wow, I didn't even notice how terraformed everything was. This is impressive. Good job. Anyways, okay, let's get started with drawing. So yeah, like I said, yeah, got a lot of personal my personal website finished today. In fact, I probably submit my application with the link in there tonight. I kind of want to wait till tomorrow, like do a little bit of testing on the website and stuff, but who cares? Um, First time using Tailwind, very fun experience. I like Tailwind a lot. Um, I feel like Bootstrap is good for just like quick, easy project. Uh, and Tailwind is like you want to be hands on. I like the organization. I like the CSS first policy. It's been a blast. The hammer feature. Ah, gotcha. Well, Bear, if you need me to adjust the path to the to that as well, let me know. Thank goodness I haven't already built the path. Can't believe we're talking about Minecraft and stream. What? Also, we haven't seen Cat in a minute. I hope Cat's doing well. You like move my mic. I'm still getting used to like the vibe of the setup. Physically, I'm used to it. I know like where my mic is. I know how not to bump it. Things like that. Except for my wobbly, creaky. I'm not sure if you can hear how creaky the stool is, but I'm about to give up on it. Even though I love it, I may go to like Target and buy like a plastic stool or something. I don't know. Or like one of those collapsible kind of foldable ones. Super foreshortened, because why not? My whole body hurts from the amount of fried rice I've just eaten. Drawing in an altered state. Oh yeah, Jims was playing. Jims will probably be here to talk about it. But Jims was playing Baldur's Gate earlier in the Discord. I joined in for a little bit of it, just the intro. Very fun looking. Working out later with this much fried rice in my body is going to be so painful. Don't really have anything else to talk about today. Got my oil changed, and for some odd reason they, oh yeah, you need a new air filter. So we had an extra $30. What? It's a lot of money. No. I also had a weird dream last night about. I had multiple dreams last night. The first one and like the one I remember the most was I was streaming, and I think this is because the stream exploded last night. And so my dream was like kind of recounting that. I uh I was like doing something with a pencil and like it just exploded and charcoal got everywhere, specifically over my keyboard. And I kept like accidentally smearing it on my keyboard. And then like the stream shut down and my computer broke like permanently. I have no idea what the dream was about. I guess like the fear of everything going wrong during stream, which is a real one. I hate it when, you know, technical issues beyond my control happen. Like my OBS quite literally just exploding for no reason last night. And my OBS keeps crashing. I don't know what's going on. It did yesterday. My OBS. Sorry, I didn't see that until now. If you're talking about my OBS, yes, it crashed. That's when you had to restart your laptop. It was an ish me, not an issue. Like that's why the whole stream exploded. Uh, if it was about the car thing, that happened today. Oh yikes. Oh yeah, why didn't I just? Oh my gosh, Kavel, why? What are you doing? This is why it's a warm up, dude. Were we not paying attention? Like, what is this? There we go. Yikes. Well, we've had better boxes. Definitely an attention error that one, but line work's okay. Don't know why I did that first, but I felt like it. No clue what this organic form is doing, but it's doing something. So oof. You need dripstone. Yes, I would love some dripstone if possible. Specifically like the stalactites and dripstone for a lava farm. Huge. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do a couple more for a warm up. Can I? Oh, it's not a real one. But I could build like a full scale one. Sure, why not? Because all I do is for every like row of furnaces, I have one dripstone thing. Um, so I could just like easily use it whenever. But yeah, making a full scale one would probably be worthwhile. Frank. Hey, what's up, James? How's it going? How's your Baldur's Gate going? Good, good to hear. Oof. Lots of wobbly and fraying lines tonight. Very happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna call it there for the warm up. Early stream, early warm up. We only started like what 8 minutes early, so we're ahead by a tiny bit. Cool. So with that being said, everybody, we're gonna go and do our BRB, and then we're gonna start a brand new page, starting with cylinder 176. Yeah. So be right back. Yeah, I don't really know if there's a. I could maybe have like the chat hidden on the ending. Maybe I can make it red and scary. I don't know. Man, I jump scared everybody. Jeez. My bad, my bad. Alrighty. Oh, my creaky. You hear that? How creaky that is? Horrible. Maybe when you like tighten things? Douse it in WD-40? Who knows? Ah, there, okay. I have to like get it on the thing. Under the screen, oh, not the screen. It was what you said. Oh, I said that? Shoot. I'm out of it tonight. I apologize. Last night I was just sick. This night, I don't know. Who knows? I'll need to watch the VOD for that. Early stream, early ending. Okay. So without any further ado, let's change up the music a tiny bit before we get started actually. Any recommendations, guys? Kind of, I go back to Kolo whenever I run out. And we're gonna play this. I don't know what's in it. We're just gonna play it. We're gonna see if this is good. And it's already starting out quite well. I'm gonna skip this one though. Nothing new. I want new. Okay, well, we'll deal with this. Head over here. Nice. So yep, we are on to the final leg. No, we're not. I wish we were. Yeah, we're marching slowly along with the 250 box challenge, 250 cylinder challenge, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm out of it. Crazy. Jeez. Okay. Collect myself. What I'm about to say. This time we want to focus on ellipses with higher degrees. Specifically, I want to try to remove this gestalt part of my brain that keeps putting the minor axis on those cross lines. I don't know how to fix that. I'd rather not draw the cross lines, the cross sections of the square, so then I wouldn't get confused, but I need it to find the center, which is how we place the minor axis. So I can either... What I could do is ghost it, but that's kind of impossible, so I don't think I should do that. Or I could take a piece of tracing paper. I want to find some way to remove that part of my brain that is drawing the minor axis as one of the cross sections instead of the line that we draw through the center of the box. I'll talk about that more once we get there. But yeah, so we want higher degrees or at least larger faces. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into it. Oh, this is new. Oh, it's by Lena Rain. Huge. Good artist and new music. That is a win. Forgot I need to raise my microphone for these streams so I don't hit it with my noggin. Okay. If I did one right here, I lose a lot of the page. That means I'd have to fit 4 here. Which is doable. It's just very hard to place. Yeah, who cares? So yeah, we'll do a Let's go for like 70 degrees and below. Maybe 80 to 70, 75 to 65. There, that's the range I want. Now, can I actually produce an ellipse that specific? No, but I can try. So that's what we'll do. Uh, let's have it majorly turned away from us. On the right side because I rarely turn things away on the right side. Um, let's do a. I just had a thought in my head. What if instead of, because I always foreshorten the face that's away from us. But what if I foreshorten the face that's in front of us? What would that do? Trying to think. Then it effectively becomes the smaller one, I guess, right? Interesting. Let's try it. This is an experiment in boxes and such, regardless. 3D space. I was just rubbing my eyes for the past like 10 seconds while talking, and I feel like I'm seeing like the eighth dimension right now. Oh my gosh. So if you have a smaller line right here, a longer line right here, and then this, it means this would be foreshortened a lot, this would be foreshortened a little, which means this line would be going down, this one would be normal. Interesting. We could try something like that. Probably not as extreme, but we could try it. And let's try, yeah, make the VP up there. So that means we're going to aim like this. Right here. Longer face right here. Or longer axis. Make that even more like that. Let's see what comes of this. It'd be interesting. Oh no. How do I like instantly muck up the pages? Interesting. Interesting. I know, I say, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start starting from the center now. Even if it's uncomfortable, I have to do it. Plus, I didn't like that page. It had like a mark on it. So. The one I made. No. Grab a fresh page here. Oh god, I just pulled out like all the pages. We'll try that again. Push it a bit more against here now. A lot of bowing. Today is not one of our best line days. It'd be easier. I actually want to extend that line to make it a little bit longer. So this one's gonna be shorter. Oof, wobbly line. Wow. This one longer. Bit of a more confident line, but missed the mark. So this line's the shortest, so it's going to be foreshortened the most if we want to make it a square. Still a bit rectangular. I like this VP for it. So I guess when you have a side that you know you need to foreshorten, so for example, this line is shorter, so we know the VPs can need to be closer to this line than it is to this line. This one's going to be further away. We want it to be square, blah, blah, blah. Instead, start with this VP because then you can just shift this one up. Because what I tend to do is whenever I try to foreshorten this edge or this axis, I end up making this line right here way too parallel. So I start with this one and then go for the much easier VP to establish, which is finding the square. So now I just have to inch up here and find something that feels rather square. And that feels better. Kind of playing higher or lower right now with it. Do it from all angles. Seems a bit longer in this direction, but since we're, you know, kind of flip-flopping between the opinions, I think we'll stick with this. Let's see, if I overshoot, I want it to be on this one. So I'm going to start with this one first. Because if I overshoot this one, that means this one becomes more parallel. Meanwhile, if I overshoot this one, it becomes just a little bit less square, which I'm okay with. This is going to sound crazy. I just realized a huge plot point in plot development from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And I didn't even realize it until right now. And I don't know why I was thinking about it like that, but I did. And hey, I'm glad I made the realization. Just I'm gonna take a quick sip of water real quick. Quick sip of water real quick. Yeah, cool. Cool, cool. This is weird. Do explain. Okay. I have to be careful. Okay. I'm gonna say it like at a 10-second gap, just in case someone suddenly joins, which I doubt. But I'm gonna say, hey guys, Into the Spider-Verse spoilers, please click off now. This is an amazing movie, and if you have not watched it, or even if you don't think you're going to watch it, click off anyways. Give it like 3 minutes. Okay? I'm gonna say this again like 10 seconds so people get it. And then yeah. I'll like work on establishing one of these VPs or something. This one, I don't really want it to be too foreshortened. I'll just do that. Yeah, we'll do something easier like that. Okay, guys. Once again, I'm going to talk about Into the Spider-Verse. Spoilers ahead. Skip like 3 minutes. Okay, cool. So, Into the Spider-Verse, whenever Gwen meets up back with her father, because she gets transported back, right? And she knows that she understands that he's like most likely going to die. Because that's when he dies, is whenever the commencement ceremony happens. But he doesn't. And the weird part is he chose to quit the Force. That's the fact, right? Um, and that moment's like very like, whoa, wait, what? Something changed. And this sounds elementary, I know, but I didn't realize that was in a way Miles saving him, because Miles is seen, um, by what's his name? Oh my gosh, what's his name? The that guy. Oh my god, the main Spider-Man, right? The main like dimensional Spider-Man. Can't remember his name. I don't know why. Um, but that was Miles effectively saving her father because he is, the glitch, the unwanted, unintended side effect of multiversal travel slash like he's the exception, and so that was him saving her father. I'm not sure if this is a correct opinion. This is how I now see it though, and I kind of like looking at it that way. It makes sense why it like after that she composes the team to save him, or at least fight back, right? Now I could have my timeline wrong, but I think that's how that works. Oof, man, I've been super inaccurate today. What a shame. That makes me so mad. A little is off. In a way, it isn't totally incorrect because if the dot started right there, oh, wait, no, it is. Unless I treated the VP right here. What would this mean if I put this? Because this one stops here. This line is okay. Yeah, this VP isn't technically set yet, or yeah, it is. Because like if I imagined it from here whenever I do my ghosting, and then drew this line with if it started right here compared to where it currently is, it's wrong either way though. I'm just not sure if that messes up the structure of the rest of the box. Like it'll make it look wonky if I follow this one. Because there's no other line that it could exist from this point that'll have the same intersection. I don't think, with the minor axis creating the VP, or the axis creating the VP. But who knows? I'm no boxologist. Since this line is bowing, it's a little bit hard to see where the intersection occurs. I assume it's right here. Yeah, this line's gonna be practically parallel, so I think that's a good placement. Yeah, it feels okay. May aim down a little bit. So it kind of adds a bit more of a curve than it needs. Probably didn't need that, but who knows. Aim for perfection. Fall just a little bit short. Oh, wow. Just move back a lot. There we go. This is why we check all axes. I mean, yikes. That was almost really bad. As opposed to our warm up, which was really bad. Oh my gosh, I almost did the wrong one again. Ah, don't know what's going on today with our accuracy, but it's happening. I hate it when this happens. Give it a second. Take a quick water sec. Done with the spoiler? Yes. Did you leave this? I'm so sorry if you left this whole time. Like, were you? I'm so sorry if you were waiting. I didn't really announce it, did I? Oh, huge. The baker. What kind of cookies? Peanut butter. Heck yeah. Oh, this angers me so. I'm gonna slow down on these lines. Just give it a second. Oh, jeez. Don't do that. Oh, I dented the page. I don't want to even think about food right now after my dinner. Heck yeah, you guys get your cookies. Oof, what am I doing here? I kind of missed the lesson 5 streams. This sucks. Not like a horrible way, but this ain't as fun. Wowee, that was off. Okay, so what are you doing to get XP? I just had a lot in the first place. Other than that, I don't really have a plan. My favorite thing to make in Minecraft is a piglin farm, hoglin farm, where you go on the nether roof and like tons of magna. But oh my gosh, it's so efficient. It is the most efficient way I've seen. Then again, this was like 1.12 last time I did this, so it's been a minute. Okay. But what we're doing here is this. Give me a second. Okay. This is how you know I'm serious. But yeah, if I may do that. I don't really have any other favorite farms to make. Just the gold farm is so expensive. I may just do a mob grinder. Oh wait, no, yeah, there's tons of spider spawners, and we have silk spawners, the silk spawner plugin. So, you could silk touch creature things. So it's just a matter of getting silk touch, and then it's easier from there. So, we're going to do this on tracing paper to help me rid myself of my gestalt brain that's trying to use this as the minor axis instead of this. Now, it is very easily, anyone could say, oh, Kavel, you're just doing this to avoid making something incorrect. And yes, true. I'm trying to fix my brain. Yeah, there's a zombie spawner underneath us. There's also, I found several skeleton spawners, and I like skeleton spawners the most because arrows and bone meal. It's much better than leather in my opinion. But yeah, either or. It'd be cool if like at an underground part of my base where there's like multiple mob spawners, but then like it gets laggy and it'll chew up all the mobs. Anyways, so we have our miner axis right here. Oh wait, let's actually, before we start tracing, let's set up the corners. Or the contact points, I guess I should say. My page is always already bending, dude. Oh, manifold card. This is gonna be practically parallel. Oof. Right here. Cool. My brow is furrowed right now. I'm so focused. This is the guy that's focused. Okay, tracing time. So yeah, this is just to get my brain doing the right thing, because at this point, I don't think numbers are going to help me as efficiently as just going to this directly, and figuring out what kind of ellipse goes here properly. So without any further ado, this is a bit difficult to angle correctly. So yeah, minor axis is all the way over here. So ideally, where is the major axis? Would it be running through here? Perpendicular? Good question. I'd like to imagine it is so. If we have a line that creates a 90-degree angle and goes through this point. So it goes through this point and has a 90-degree angle. Here's the top of it. And here's the bottom. If there's a line, right? Maybe it's more so like right here. Right here. These aren't the contact points. Oh wait, but yeah, if it is. How does this work? Right? Because like the major axis is the longest line that you can draw through it. And it's 90 degrees. So it's not going to be like that because it's in perspective. Which make okay. And move it around just so I don't get confused. I should have like marked something to like indicate where it's drawing in reference to. So this, we take this off, we put it back on because it's hard to see. I'd say the center is if it's right here, and the minor axis is right here. The major axis is right here. Right? Somewhere, it's maybe a little bit off, but if we put it back on, we're in between this line, which we always mess up with, and this line, which is what we want to be on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, right? Same thing as before. We're going to have our four corners to help us line this up. The center, contact points, I'll mark with X's. And then the center line, minor axis. I messed that up, but whatever. I'm beating this paper up, so we're going to use a different one. Okay, so let's see if removing those lines helped me think through this better. Nope, it's still off. I'm gonna wash my hands after this because it's so easy to smear ink on this tracing paper. Okay, that one was better, but I went outside of the lines. Oh, I am confused. That's better. It's not totally there, but it's better. We're getting closer and closer. Love it when that happens. I have an idea. This is going to require another new piece of paper, though. I have an idea. Hear me out, guys. This one's about to get a bit silly, but I think I figured it out, or part of it, at least. Gotta stick with me here. It doesn't help that we're not working with a perfect box for this, but it's realistic to what we'll be working on in the future, so it helps us out a bit, doesn't it? Cool. Smearing ink all over this. Wonderful. Okay, thank you, Paige. Over here. Okay. So we know that the minor axis is perfectly perpendicular, or they're perpendicular to each other, right? We also know, we're gonna do this in green, very neutral color for this. I just need a perpendicular lines. Trying to keep things as 90 degrees as I can. Okay, these green lines really don't mean anything, they're just guides. But here's where the interesting stuff happens. Here's a contact point. So we know we can't go further than that, right? So we're like, oh wow, that's a lot of bleeding. Pin bleeding. I'm okay. So if we know that it is perfectly perpendicular and runs down the center, then it must be in the center of this box. So we can find that by simply creating bounds for it, because we know it's tangent to all of these points. And then in the center, this is, oh wow, that's a pretty nice number. Right here, it is 1.25. So we know it's 0.875. No. 0.6. I'm tripping. 0.65, yeah. Which is just an eighth off half. So we have half and then an eighth. So right here's the middle. Half and then an eighth. So here is the major axis. And here are our bounds. That doesn't seem right. Half and an eighth, half and an eighth. That's off by a tiny bit, but whatever. So cool. We have this. What do we do with it now? Well, we know that means the top. No, wait. Because how can it be tangent to this? How can it touch this? It touch this, touch this, touch this, touch. How can it touch this one? If the minor's axis is right here, which means it's the tallest point. How are these on the same line? Is what I'm saying. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's look at the Drawbox website and see. This may be like a very short stream or cylinderless stream because we're like investigating this, but this is what learning's about. Oof. So I'm okay with that. This is very dramatic music. We're figuring out, we're finding the cylinder. Here, I'll take you guys with me. Okay, here we go. So we know minor axis, that's how it works. That's how it be. I'm so confused. Huh. So something has to give, right? That means that just the contact points can't be correct. Yeah, look here, the contact points run through the VP or the minor axis. Well, and these all converge to it too, so it's a bit of a different case. Oh. Let's this just can't be true. Like I don't get it. Because like if we have a contact point, that means, and we know that the minor axis, the question is the minor axis, oh, my bad. Let me fix that real quick. I always accidentally kick my camera. Here we go. Is the minor axis orthogonal or whatever, not even orthogonal? Sorry, is the major axis perpendicular to the minor axis in a 2D sense? or is it perpendicular in 3D space? Which means on the page, it doesn't look like it's perpendicular. These are the big questions. Because if it's not, but that's the thing, this is a minor axis. So yeah, you can't, yeah, it's literally impossible, right? Because you can't contact this if we're unless we're going like really big. Because if it's symmetrical, then why isn't it not contacting right here and right here? Right here. See, it didn't contact this. Contacted this. Contacted. Supposed to contact this one. Didn't contact this one. I'm not sure if this is possible at all. Like, I really don't understand. I may have to email Uncomfortable about this. Because if you foreshorten all three axes, right, then you just can't have a cylinder, a sphere that fits all of those. It's physically impossible. Hmm. Okay. We'll debate this tomorrow when I have more brain power and I sleep on it a little bit. Very interesting stuff, huh? Who knows how it all works? Probably uncomfy. He's hiding those secrets from us. Maybe somewhere in the dynamic Bible it talks about this. I can't unsee it now, which is making me even more upset. Okay. Oh. Let's do another freaky one. Or do we call it there? It's below par, but I'm also not. I'm feeling below par. We're at 120. Yeah, we'll call it there. I've made my mistake straining myself, and I know only one box in a stream is kind of sucky compared to my usual, but I'm gonna keep it there. I'm not gonna strain myself. I'm gonna write an email or just a message to the either uncomfortable directly or just in the Drawbox Discord and the 200 and the basic challenges part, just explaining my issue, and hopefully there's someone there to resolve it. Yeah, so with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is actually us stopping for tonight. Yeah, not really much else to add. We're going to be doing our 50% Friday tomorrow, where we'll spin the wheel, and then back to boxes. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining me tonight, Bear and Jims. I think that's everybody. If anybody's watching this in the future or just stopped by and didn't say anything, thank you for joining us, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow for the 50% Friday. Bye for now.